before we end it on it, just let's hear your best impression.
Oh, it's a me, a No,
That was
he
terrible.
says, huh?
That was terrible.
It's a me, a Mario. No, he didn't.
Mario.
No, it's a me, it's a Mario.
No,
Okay, I just said it.
me.
It's
Mario.
a me.
That's more like it. Man.
Come on,
That's
man.
more like
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I'm just
It's
saying.
a me, a Mario.
No, you sound like Itchy from The Simpsons. It's a me,
I gotta
Mario.
stop. I gotta stop. You know what? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Big Modcast. All right. Whenever I'm ready. So, boys, how we doing?
We're good.
You know what? I can't smile because my mustache is going to come off. Chris, you like it?
No.
All right. Okay, so the reason why I am doing this today is because it's March 10th. No, it's not. It's not March 10th. But March 10th is usually the day that I use, right? You look like you're embarrassed, son. So today's a big day, which this episode will be a week later. And so the movie Super Mario Brothers comes out today.
Yeah. So everybody, again, just calendar-wise, everybody currently watching, the Super Mario Brothers is now currently in theaters. Go see it. Free advertisement right here. Came out today on April 3rd, but technically this is next Tuesday, like April 9th or something.
Right. Yes.
And clearly, just for the hell of it and fun of it, because he himself is a Mario, my dad decided to dress up as
Mario,
Super Mario.
Yeah, as Super Mario today. And every March 10th, I usually use that day as a Mario Day. Are you familiar with that? On that March 10th?
I'm not, no.
No, so March 10th is MAR.
It's abbreviated
10.
form. Mm-hmm.
So it says Mario. So
it's Mario
they've
Day.
actually used, it's actually a nationwide thing now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I started it though.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Really? You didn't.
Oh, can you put the mic closer to you? Yes, I did. Yes, I did, son. It was way before you were born. So today the movie comes out. So, Chris, can you tell the people out there what the movie is about? Because I really don't know what the hell it's about.
Not really. Others do. It's an adaptation of the characters. It's a completely original story based off Mario and other characters from his universe.
So it's kind of like it's going to go into different universes.
No, more like they all just exist in the same world.
Is that true, Mark?
Yeah, I mean, if anything, if it's exactly like the 1984 Super Mario live action movie that they made.
But no one likes that movie
Yeah.
for some
Oh, where'd that
reason.
come from?
That was me by accident.
No, it's all right.
It worked almost perfectly.
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Are you
I
fam-
like that movie. Wait a minute.
I know.
love
I like
movie.
that movie, but apparently it gets a lot of hate.
I love that movie.
Do you remember that movie?
I don't remember that movie.
Yeah,
I can't remember his name, but it's him and John Leguizamo.
John Leguizamo. John Leguizamo and Anthony Hoskins.
No, not Anthony.
Anthony something.
yeah.
Dang, we're just messing this plug up.
Yeah, I know. He was the guy.
I'd look it up, but my
He's
fingers don't
from
work on
Who
the
Framed
phone.
Roger Rabbit.
Right.
He was the detective in that as well. I can't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah.
You know, if anything, I look like the fireball version of Super Mario with the white hoodie on.
Well, you just need a little bit of red in there.
Yeah, I know, right?
I should have had you dressed up like Luigi.
I didn't know.
Actually, I was going to bring a little figurine of Luigi to sit right here.
It would have been bad if I dressed up like Luigi, though.
Why?
Well, you couldn't even tell I was Luigi. I would just look like a brick wall.
Oh, yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah. Because of the green screen.
Although the brick
would've
wall
been
does,
funny.
it does work perfectly though. With, you.
So, real quick, I'm going to give you 50 facts about Mario.
Shut up.
Okay, that's too long, right? So we'll go with at least, let me see, I'll give you 3. Do you know where his first appearance was?
Yeah, and Donkey Kong.
Yeah, you remember Donkey Kong,
Yeah,
the
I
game?
remember Donkey Kong, yeah.
With one of the arcade games.
Right.
Remember back in the day? And did you know that Mario has had 13 occupations?
So you're saying like he was a plumber, a pizza maker.
Right, no, he wasn't a pizza maker.
Well, he's Italian, so you know.
So you're stereotyping. Just because he was Italian, he's making pizzas.
Well, okay. Are you going to name off those occupations?
Yep. He was a plumber, Dr. Mario.
Yeah, he's a doctor.
Remember? Dr. Mario. He was a carpenter, a racer, a martial artist, an Olympic athlete,
Yeah, see, winter and summer.
and a construction worker.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was 12. But here's the one that I remember him most, and I'm sure you probably will too. And you may know this or not, but he was a referee in the Tyson Punch-Out.
Right, I remember that.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, he was a referee, and they didn't even put that on there. I was pretty upset.
Interesting.
All right, that's crazy. And I'll give you one. I'll give you 3 facts. Okay, that was about shitload, 12, 13 of them. But and he's a villain in what game?
In Donkey, no, he's a
Because
villain.
in Donkey Kong, he's trying to save the chick,
he's
the girl.
trying to save
What's her name? The
Paulina.
princess. Yeah,
No,
Paulina.
that's Paulina. She's a different character.
It wasn't Princess Peach.
It wasn't.
At the beginning.
It wasn't Peach or Daisy. I said
Yes, it was
Paulina.
Peach.
It was
It was Peach.
no, not in the original. It was Paulina.
No, it was. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. It was Paulina.
I don't know what was the bad guy in. I know.
No, you don't. Apparently, you don't.
I can't. You're gonna say it, I'm gonna be like, oh, of course, but I know. Say it.
Say what?
Say what he was. The
Oh,
bad guy.
Donkey Kong Jr.
Oh, okay. Well, see, I said Donkey Kong.
Okay, you said Donkey
Whatever,
Kong.
Donkey Kong.
Okay, so
Jr.
if you're talking about me or my dad, who you talking? What do you say? Oh, my dad, Mario Jr.
I call him Grandpa.
Well, no, I'm talking about
Oh,
me.
you?
Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, before we end it on it, just let's
Okay.
do your best impression.
Oh, it's a me, a No,
That was
he says,
terrible.
huh?
That was terrible.
It's a me, a Mario. No, he didn't.
Mario.
No, it's a me, it's a Mario.
No,
Okay,
really,
I just said it.
me.
It's
Mario.
a me.
That's more like it. Right?
Come on,
That's
man.
more like
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
I'm just
It's
saying.
a me, a Mario.
No, you sound like Itchy from The Simpsons. It's me,
I gotta
Mario.
stop. I gotta stop. You know what? You know what? But I got a good costume, right?
Yeah, I know. You're.
It came out.
Costumes.
Mario is a very easy person to cosplay.
Your brother?
No.
Oh, the Mario brothers. Okay. And another thing about Mario brothers, what's her last name?
It's Mario.
No, that's his first name.
His last name is Mario. His legal name is Mario, and his brother is
Luigi Mario.
So they're that's how
They
the
are
Mario brothers.
Uh-huh.
That's a fun fact.
Sense.
Yeah,
Makes
right?
sense right there.
Yeah.
I thought that was good. Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh, let's go on with the show.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's do that. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Big Modcast. Yeah. That was fun, right? So anyway, let's get to our guests. Let's get to our special guest. This gentleman here I've known for quite a while, and we talked a while back at one of the podcasts, and you said you'd come on, and it's finally here.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
man.
ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jude Davila,
Hey. Thank you guys, man.
aka KU Jude. Are we still going with that?
We are, but I don't call on the radio show as much anymore.
Nah.
But, no, that was a little something back in the day. But thank you guys for having me on here today, man. I've been looking forward to coming on to this, to your guys' podcast and being a part of it. So thank you guys for the invite.
Yeah, I'm glad you're here, man. It's it's an honor to have you here. I appreciate you coming in, taking the time. I'm sure you're a busy guy.
A
little bit, yeah. So, yeah, we've been doing this for a while, and like you said earlier, you'd probably like to start doing something like this. And
Yeah, we're thinking about getting into this, man. But I've been, taking a look at what you've been doing, and you and I had talked over there at the Eagles Nest when you guys went over there and did it. So I watched it a little bit and thinking about getting the podcast
doing
ourselves.
this thing you think, yeah, that'd be cool, yeah. So yeah, again, welcome to the show. How you been?
I've been good, man. I've been good. Just really busy with work and a lot of stuff going on in Kansas City, and we're kind of blessed to be a part of a lot of it. So it's fun for us, and just busy, bro. Really busy.
Good deal. And health wise, you doing good?
Health wise, good, man. Yeah. Besides, all of us got to lose a little bit of weight.
I hear you. Yeah, we're all like that. Yeah, we're all like that. We it's just one of those things. You go back and you look at pictures and you're like, man, look how skinny I was. Look how thin I was. Man. Yeah, my nephew, one of my nephews is pulling up a bunch of pictures here, and he sent me some. He's like, damn, uncle, what's going on? Look at you. I'm like, yeah, I look sick. I said, but I was 25 years old too,
My man over here had speed. He had wheels. He could hit. He could do it all, man. He could do it all.
I appreciate that, Jude. I'm sure there's a lot of people out there like, what the hell is you talking about?
Well, hey, in the fast pitch world,
yeah,
the guys that have played with us and against us would know.
Yeah,
they would know.
Yeah, so you got your beer? You good?
Yeah, I got a beer, man. I feel like I'm just hanging out with you guys in a garage somewhere on a deck, just having a beer.
Yeah, that's
hanging out.
That's exactly.
We're technically in a warehouse, if anything.
Yeah,
That's what our location is.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a warehouse. Yeah, but yeah, real quick, I need to try this. Would you like to try some?
That is a big can.
So it's a big ass can, right? So I've been stuck. So I drink Modelo's, and then they started coming out with all these flavors,
right.
like we were talking about earlier. Have you had the limón y sal, the lime and salt one?
Yes, very good.
Oh my god,
very
man,
good.
Dude, I drink those like it's just like water.
Yeah, hot day during the summer. Yeah.
Oh,
yes.
I'm a murder a bunch of those this summer. Yeah, that's on my summer list. But yeah, you know what? So I want to try one of these. Do you want to try some of this, Jude?
I'd love to. I'd love to try one of the watermelon ones.
Yeah. So like I said, I drink those lime and salt ones, and I had like 4 or 5 of them in my fridge. I went down there to the fridge, and they were all gone.
Wow, how'd that happen?
All right. So my oldest son loves those drinks as well. So he's been. I think he's the one that's tearing them up. Yeah, you want to try one, son?
Sure.
Yeah, try that. It's good. Of course, Mr. Davila here said he's had it before. I've never had it. What do you think? Interesting?
Well, you don't really think.
Thank you, Mario.
You don't think beer, or you know what I mean? It doesn't taste like that.
Yeah, and while we got these cups up, salud, my friend.
Salud.
And you know what? And congratulations on your engagement.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Did that during the football season there?
Happened during the football season.
Yeah.
5th game of the
Jessica,
year.
congratulations.
My beautiful fiance, Jessica. Thank you for coming and being here today. Yeah, we were able to do it. So you guys, it's actually kind of a funny story. Was during the summertime, we were at training camp. And I talked to Travis and I said, hey, I was his assistant his first 5 years in the league. So I really want you to bring the ring out.
Okay, hey, real quick, ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about Travis Kelsey. Yeah, just thought we'd throw that out. Okay, go ahead.
So
we're not all close enough to just casually call him Travis. You know Travis. You don't know Travis?
Trav. My boy T. What we going with?
Call him Travis.
So I talked to him about bringing the ring out before the game. I picked the Monday night game, October 10th, 5th game of the year. It was our 1-year anniversary on October 9th. So her kids were in town, my kid was in town. And so I talked to Travis about bringing it out. Everything was set.
Yeah.
So the morning, he leaves the hotel Monday morning, and he calls me up. He says, man, he goes, please don't be mad at me. I hope you understand. I said, what? He goes, I can't bring the ring out before the game. He said, I don't want the rest of my teammates thinking I'm not focused on what I'm supposed to be doing tonight. I said, Travis, I was one of the first people you met when you came in Kansas City. Not offended at all, bro. What you do and what you put into your craft, I know how hard you work at that. Don't think twice about it. So my daughter brought the ring into the stadium. Okay. We were on the sideline, so we had sideline passes. So her 3 kids and my daughter were there. Okay. So it was nice, man. We got to do it right there, right before the game, Monday night Raiders game.
Nice.
McCole Hardman, one of my clients
boys,
I work with, he was in line doing his drills, and he saw me go down on one knee, so he came over. So we got a video. Cole's in the video, so it was cool.
It was a surprise.
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was good. It was really cool.
Well, Travis, if you ever try and tell this story on the New Heights podcast, just know we said it first.
There you go.
There you go. We got the exclusive first.
Shout out to
the
New Heights. Yeah, awesome podcast. By the way,
actually, they're coming to Kansas City. They're having a big event coming to Kansas City.
Yeah,
the Wednesday night before the NFL draft. They're doing it at the music hall. They're doing it there at the New Heights show.
Yeah, like a couple DJs are coming in too, like a whole bunch of celebs.
Maybe you think that we can get Travis and his brother to come in and talk to us a little bit?
I don't know.
Maybe they can show us how to do a podcast.
That'd be crazy.
Because they're like one of the number one. They're probably number one still.
They're number one in sports.
Sports
radio.
Yeah,
in sportscasting. Yeah,
and there's some good podcasts out there. I mean, The Pivot.
There's some really good podcasts out there, man.
The Pivot. Do you ever watch or listen to The Pivot?
I don't.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one as well.
Who hosts that one?
RC.
Okay.
Yeah, he's it, and now I'm drawing a blank. Running back for the Jaguars.
Maurice Jones-Drew?
No.
Or
Freddie. Boy, I am butchering this up, man.
I can't think of it right now.
We'll be doing a lot of editing here. So it'll pop up here in a little bit.
This is good, man.
You like it?
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
that.
it is good. Yeah, this is the first time I ever had it.
A little sweet for my taste.
No, it's got that little sweet,
Yeah,
little
sweet.
salt.
That's nice. Got a little sweet, little salt.
Yeah, somebody was telling me, a friend of mine from work, he says he puts tahini.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that's an awesome story. That would have been fun. How many people were in attendance to watch this?
Well, like I said, we had her 3 kids, my daughter, and then I had some friends drive in.
Yeah.
I got 3 really close girlfriends I grew up with you guys since the 6th grade.
Oh, nice.
Her and her husband from Arkansas drove in. That's one of the people here. So, I mean, there's probably 20, 30 people that were in Arrowhead that came down to watch it take place and everything. So
That's cool.
One of them had a suite afterwards. So we were able to kind of celebrate in there a little bit. And so
Nice.
It's nice. It was a good
They
time.
took care of you.
Yeah, they did. It was good.
That's the way to do it. Yeah. So let's go back, Jude. When do you recall when we met?
I do. The first time we met is we were playing you guys, playing the Indios.
And you
was
were playing for
KC Los Amigos then.
Los Amigos. Okay.
Los Amigos. And we were playing you guys in the locals tournament.
Okay.
But I remember it had rained. For whatever reason, it got moved up to Observation Park. That was you guys were in blue uniforms.
Okay. Damn. Really? Yeah. And it just started. I was probably 16, 17. It was the early stages. Yeah.
Wait, how far are you guys in age?
I'm 53.
Yeah. And I'm
so
52.
just a year. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So
When you guys were just boys.
yeah. And
30-some years ago.
I'm actually proud to say that I got to play up at Observation.
Right. Absolutely.
Observation and Mulkey.
Of course.
Played there. Clopperfield.
Of course.
Of
course.
So-
All the old fields.
Yeah.
I was
about to
blessed.
say.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Well, I was wondering, are those fields still standing or are they gone now?
They're there, but I don't think there's any more games. No more games.
No, the last time I drove up by Observation, it was like all grass.
Right.
I don't know if they're using them for soccer.
Soccer, that's what I think.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then, of course, Mulkey, they've done a really good job there,
Yep. They did a
messing
good
with that
job
part. And, of course, Clopperfield, they also turned those into soccer fields.
Soccer fields now.
They even fenced it in.
Okay.
Yeah, and then the grandstand's gone. I don't know if you've been.
I haven't bought it from.
Yeah, you remember
quite some
that
time.
the grandstand that was
Right,
there, all
right.
concrete. Yeah, it's all gone.
It's all gone.
Yeah,
It's all soccer fields now.
yeah,
Yeah, but they tore that down like 20 years ago.
yeah. It's been down.
It's
for-
been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time
Yeah.
since I've been by those fields.
They even had. Do you remember the small baseball field that was out and
Yep.
out and
Yep,
left,
I remember that.
right behind left field?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because I used to play baseball in there.
Okay.
Yeah, so I went from the small field to the big field.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was pretty good. Where are you from? Where are you originally from?
So originally from over in Mission, Kansas. That's where I was born and raised and grew up out in Mission.
Okay.
Went to Highlands right there at 63rd and Row. Then I went to Indian Hills Junior High.
Yep.
And then I spent a little bit of time at Rockhurst and then graduated from Shaw Mission East.
Oh yeah, you went to East.
Yes, sir.
Ah, shit.
That's where I finished.
What are the East? What's the
Lancers.
The Lancers.
Lancers,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's right.
I had to transfer from Rockhurst because back then, that's how old we are. Back then, they didn't have a baseball program.
Damn.
So I was playing football and basketball at Rockhurst. And then I knew I was going to go. I had an opportunity to go play baseball in college.
Yeah.
So I just had people say, hey, you need to go play in a program. And Rusty Newman was the head coach over there at that time, who was real known in the city. Really big time baseball coach. So I went to Shaw Mission East and played my junior and senior springs there.
Nice.
Man, that's wow, that's cool. So you're a football player too, huh?
Yeah, I played football in high school, man. When I first went to Rockhurst, football and basketball. Basketball was probably my first love. Basketball was my first love.
Okay.
I was fortunate enough to be a sophomore and starting JV, playing a little bit of varsity and stuff. So it was good. I had a good time over there. Great coaches over there. Coach Severino over there at Rockhurst and Coach Bruce. Played with some big time players over there too.
Heck yeah.
Well, now I'm curious. I mean, where did that transition come in from? Because if you were originally, Mission playing baseball, how did you get over to softball over where they were?
So, our family being, Mexican American, my older brother Bob, may his soul rest in peace. He passed away in leukemia in October of '99. He was 46 years old. But he grew up around all the guys from the Los Amigos.
Okay.
He grew up around Waxy Hernandez. Waxy was good friends with my dad. And my brother's best friends with Paulie and Rabbit and Eddie and all those guys. So they had heard about me coming up through high school when I was playing baseball. I was just a pitcher. So, and when I played in high school, everything, they took the bat out of my hand and said, you're going to focus on pitching. I was a left-handed pitcher.
They didn't throw you into pitching at softball, did they?
No.
I was about to say, that's a
whole different,
I was about to say that would be a hard transition.
Yeah, so they came, the Amigos came and asked me to play, fast pitch for them and said, hey, he's just going to play outfield and, and hit for us and stuff. So I spent my first 3 years playing with those guys.
Nice.
A lot of good ball players there, man. I learned from a lot of good guys. Bustamante,
Yeah,
Sylvester, and then Herbie LaFuentes.
Herb, yeah.
Those guys
Shout out to those guys. Yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
Herb's another. Yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in a while, but you know what? When the times that we would do tournaments out in whether it be Houston or San Antonio, he was always there.
Yep.
His hospitality was awesome. I mean, he's a good guy.
Great
you know?
guy. He's getting ready to move back to Kansas City.
Are you serious? Sweet.
Back to Kansas City. Yeah,
All right.
so I still talk to Herbie, but Herbie and Boosty took me on the rings when I was a young guy. Kind of taught me the fast pitch game. So.
Boosty. I remember Boosty. I mean, I was just a kid just seeing this guy warm up. He was just a freaking monster, you know, and I was just this kid. I'm like, damn. And then he used to hit the hell out of the ball, too. You know, he's a good ball player.
Here's a note a lot of guys don't know about Boosty.
All right.
Boosty was the first and probably only Mexican running back at Rockers. He played for Al Davis back in the day. And Boosty was a running back. Tough, man. I don't remember him because we were too young.
Right.
My brothers and stuff told me. And they said, yeah, Boosty ran the ball at Rockers for Al Davis. And Al Davis is a well-known athletic director coach at Rockers. And Boosty was his tailback.
Al Davis. Man, first I was thinking you were speaking of Al Davis, the Raiders. And I was like, what? He was a Raider?
Oh, okay. Rockers, not Raiders.
Yeah. Good memories growing up?
Good memories growing up, man. You know, I was blessed, man, because I had older brothers. I had older siblings.
Okay.
So they're all.
How many of you were there?
There was 5 of us total.
Okay.
So my sister's the oldest. My brother Bob passed away. My brother Vic, my brother Jamie. We're all 5, 6, years apart. So when I was younger.
You mean between the 5 of you?
Yeah, between all of us. Yeah, my sister's 72 right now.
Wow.
So yeah. So I'm 53. I got a brother 48.
Jeez.
And a brother 59. And then my brother passed away. He'd be 65 right now.
Yeah, something like that.
So yeah, something into there. But so we were spread apart. So when I was younger, I would play ball with my older brothers.
Yeah.
You know how that goes. They're going to beat up on you.
Yeah.
So it was, but good memories though, Mario. Good memories growing up, man. And my brother Bob used to always take me down to the tournaments. That's where I first started seeing the Amigos play and all the games going on when I was younger. So watching that, I was thought in the back of my mind.
Yeah.
I want to play down here someday.
Yeah, and the Amigos were good.
They were good.
They're good. They used to beat up on us all the time. I remember that.
And
then when my dad and his brothers, they had the team when they first started the team.
Right.
They had to face that Amigos team.
Right,
And I'll get beat up all the time. And then they started getting older. Then us young guys start coming in, and then I think we were a pretty good ball team back in the late 90s.
You guys were a solid squad, man. All your uncles, man, could play. We played Uncle Victor. Man, I was in the outfield. All they would tell me to go I'd be in left field. Just get back by the fence and play the line. That's it. Uncle Victor,
right down the line.
Pull
it hard, dude, down the line. Everybody would shift. And
And when Uncle Victor hit the ball, that ball didn't go straight at you. That ball was doing this and doing. I'm like, man, come on. I'm like, please, let's either hit it out of the park or hit it off the fence at Shawnee Park. Yeah, great ball players. I mean, playing against the Indians was always a lot of fun. It was neat to see you guys, with your family, everybody being family oriented in that team.
Yeah,
I always loved competing with you guys between the lines. I had so much fun with you guys and having beers with you guys off the field.
Yeah, those are good times. Good times, especially when we'd all meet up there at Newton.
Yeah.
When you started playing with the
Kansas Metros.
The Metros, yeah.
Metros.
And boy, we had some battles with you guys, there.
Those are probably the hardiest of games is when we played, because it was always towards the championship that we would face the Indians.
Right.
Our team from Newton was a talented team.
It's a real good team.
Yeah, Gil Solis put together a real good squad. Everybody on the team could hit, and we'd always have our pitches we brought in and competed. So
those are some good times, and those are times that I actually miss.
Yeah, sure.
And of course when we go to Newton, I go to Newton to support the Indians, and just memories like that just come around. But we're all walking around and just reminiscing, and
of course,
good times.
I think it's the best thing is just being able to tell the stories and have some beers and hang out. Yeah. Like I said, I think that's probably the same. Probably for you, Mario, is for me is. Having those relationships we had 30 years ago, as hard as we competed against each other, being able to see each other now and be friends and have
those relationships.
Yeah, that's awesome. To me, that's the coolest thing about it. I think for me, that's what I miss the most. I miss that camaraderie, all the team stuff and the guys we played with and against.
Yeah,
that's what I miss the most.
Yeah, those Good times.
Yeah.
You know, good times.
Good memories, man. Good memories to hang on to.
The house that so the house that you grew up there in Mission, I mean, so your siblings all grew up in that same house?
All grew up in the same house.
All grew up in the same house. And so is that house still there?
Still there. My dad's there.
Okay. Your dad's still living there.
Yeah. So we lost my mom in October 2020.
Okay, I'm sorry.
My mom and dad had been together 71 years, married for 69 years. So my mom passed away there at our house, and the house with all of our family around her. So couldn't have been any more, beautiful experience for us. Have my dad there, and just what they kind of showed us, in their marriage, about love and relationship and all that stuff growing up. So it was good, money. My dad's still in the same house. My dad's 91, 91 years old.
Wow.
And still, the house still looked the same.
The house still looks the same, man. Yeah. Still looks the same. About 10 years ago, my parents started getting sick. I bought a house 2 doors down. So for about 10 years, I lived there, 2 doors down with my parents. So grew on the same street I grew up on. So
yeah, that's pretty wild though. Seeing the house that you grew up, you saw this house every day of your life, and then all of a sudden, bam!
Right,
I'm living in that house.
Yeah, it was cool though, because the people that ended up leaving that house, they had been the same. They bought the house the same time my parents did. So when they kind of left, I think the dad had passed away and the mom was still alive. She went somewhere else. So when I moved in there, she was ecstatic when I moved in.
Okay, I was going to ask if they even knew that you. Yeah. Oh, so they knew it was going to be in good hands.
Yeah, her name was Barbara White, and Barbara was like, "Oh my gosh," she's like, "I can't believe." She goes, "I have pictures of you in the garage, and Pampers and tennis shoes walking around the garage, and now you live in the house." So a lot of good memories on that street, man. Growing up in the neighborhood.
That's cool. Oh, what neighborhood kids? I mean, was it a pretty busy neighborhood, would you say?
Yeah, it was busy because we were right behind Highland School, right there on 63rd and Row. So, baseball fields and stuff down there, basketball courts.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
all the kids, we kind of grew up around there. It was, always playing on those fields right there.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, because where I grew up in Argentine off of 15th Street, we had an old school, Franklin School, and that's where everyone in the neighborhood hung out.
Right.
It was that playground. We've either played basketball, played tennis, baseball, or concrete football, or whatever. It was just that playground was just there, and that's where we hung out.
Right. Yeah, the school ground was right behind our house. So baseball field down there. You take that. Remember those the old red wagons we'd have?
Yeah.
Pull your bats and balls and your jug of Kool-Aid, roll it down there in the field, and you'd be there all day. You'd be all day they were playing. There was no video games. There was no cell phones. There was no.
Dang. So before the Gatorade, they were drinking Kool-Aid.
Kool-Aid, man. Hey, water in a pack of Kool-Aid. That was cheap, bro.
Yeah.
You're lucky if you can steal a scoop of sugar before your mom caught you.
All right. Remember drinking out of the water hose?
Yeah, I mean
that flavor that came out of there. It was a
better than bottled water, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that's what we had to do. So back to high school. What was your favorite subject in high school?
Sports, girls. My dad was sitting here right now telling you.
Yeah.
He'd say this kid would do anything besides want to pick up a book. So, I mean, it was just, school was good. We were blessed and fortunate to be there in the Shaman School District.
Right.
So as a public school, it was good and got us ready for college. And I guess when I got to college, I kind of knew, being in high school and the school system there, when you started doing all the classes, you were like, they were easy because you had already seen a lot of this stuff before. So, I don't know, math, not my favorite. Not my favorite.
Yeah, it's definitely not one of mine.
Probably social studies, learning more of the history stuff.
Yeah, what about a teacher? I mean, was that your favorite teacher or
a favorite teacher? I don't really have. I mean, nobody that really would stick out. I would think more coaches that I played for.
Right. Yeah.
Guys like Coach Severino Rockers, because there were guys that push you inside the classroom and off the field as well. Because Severino was one of those guys that he didn't care how talented you were. If you weren't making your grades, you weren't going to see that field on Friday night. Right. And he made it clear to you early on. This is kind of a reward to what you do here during the week, and then you get rewarded by your practice, your effort, everything you put in to playing on Friday nights. And if you can't do this first, you can't do this on Friday. So, I mean, I just remember some of the lessons he taught us, about life lessons and on and off the field and making sure you handle your business all the time. So,
yeah, definitely.
Probably Coach Sev.
Nice. Do you have a great high school memory? I mean, I'm sure you got the sports, but is there one there in high school? I mean,
I would just really say.
The
my
boys
memories,
you hung out with.
Yeah, I would say more of that, Mario, is being now 53 years old and still being in connection with the guys I grew up with.
Nice, yeah,
that's guys I was locker partners with in 7th grade. We still talk. We're still together now.
Okay.
So I think just those relationships and friendships that we built, man, and we hung on to. That's the most important part to me, from all that.
Yeah.
So those are my best memories. Is just the memories of my friends and still being able to see them and see how their kids are doing. Being able to come here and see your kids all involved in this. That's a cool thing.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. And I'm the same way. Like a lot of people that some of the people that we brought in here, brought into the studio are also friends of mine from middle school. Hell, some of them even from grade school.
Right.
And that's what and that's what Marcos. He's still friends with his high school buddies, and and I hope you keep it that way. And one day you'll be their best man, and they'll be your best man, and godfather to their kids, and that's
the cool thing is when you get to be in your friends, your friends' weddings, guys you grew up with from junior high and high school.
I know. Well, we're all still young, and then so I don't know when weddings will start to happen.
How old are you guys right now?
We're all 24.
Oh yeah, you guys are still babies. You don't want to get married yet.
Well, you got married at like 20.
I was 24. Yeah, times were different, but
in the 90s, everybody's getting married in the early 20s of the 90s. Nobody's getting married till the 30 now.
See, that's perfect. That's a great age right now. I have a daughter. She's ready to turn 21. I told her, I said, look, don't even think about it till you're 27, 28. Getting closer to 30.
Yeah, that's what It's funny you say it because my daughter made me. My daughter, she's a junior in high school, and she made me a promise. I think it might have been 6th grade. I said, baby, when you get married, just wait till you're about 29, 30. She said, I promise, Dad. So I still hold that to her.
There you go.
Yeah, she has a boyfriend now, and I was like, you know what? You're still going to wait till 29, 30 years old.
There you go. There you go.
You made me a promise back in the day.
I like that.
Yeah, so my oldest boy, Mod, he's back in town. He was in D.C. for a little while.
Okay.
Living out there, and he was out there. I'm sorry?
What was he doing out there?
He was doing the, getting into the politics and stuff like that. Yeah, he wants to do that kind of stuff.
Very cool.
So he was there for about, maybe a year and a half?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, yeah. He just said, hey, Mom, Dad, I think I'm ready to do my thing. I'm like, what do you want to do? He says, I think I'm going to go to D.C. Like, you don't have a job yet. Well, I'll find one when I get there. Just drop me off, and I'll figure it out from there.
Wow, that's pretty cool. I like that.
And it's what we did.
Yeah, I like
it. It was on a Mother's Day weekend. My wife and I, we packed up his stuff, put it in a truck, his truck, actually. We drove all the way to D.C. He already had set up an apartment, got his apartment. He had money saved up from a previous job.
Of course.
And he said, all right, I'm going to start putting my name out there and see what I can find. And luckily he did. He worked down the street from the White House. He worked on Capitol Hill.
I love it, man. I love that. I love that ambition. And, hey, I'm going to go do this.
So, yeah. So, I might as well, let's go ahead and announce what your brother's doing.
Yeah, sure. So the oldest of the Garcia children, Mario Garcia III, I guess the campaign has officially kicked off. He will be running for school board in the SMSD district, in the North District to be exact.
Very cool. Right on, man. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
That's awesome. That's awesome. That's big.
Yeah, so he's getting ready to do that, and should be having a party here at the end of the month, and campaign
kickoff.
Campaign kickoff.
Let us know.
I will.
We'd love to come and support, man.
All right, I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll let you know. Yeah, it'll be out there. We'll throw it on Facebook and whatnot, and pretty super proud of him, and a lot of people already supporting him.
He's got a lot already backing him, so
that's cool.
Yeah,
thank you.
I like that, man.
He's got an out there personality that he can just talk to anybody, and everybody will remember him.
I like that, man.
Perfect kind of personality for politics.
Of course, we always like to support local kids doing things like that and reach outreach the community and doing stuff. So we'd love to come out and support.
Appreciate that. Yeah, I'll let him know. Let's go back to the your fast pitch days. Did you do you have a great memory? Is there something that sticks out?
A great memory, just probably really for me is just when I started with the Amigos, facing some of the competition back then. Mm-hmm. There was some big time, teams we faced. I used to remember going to Newton and facing the kid. Remember facing the kid from Houston?
Yes.
Facing him coming in. A lot of great softball memories because I had some great ones with the Amigos. I had some great ones with the Metros. playing in the Latin tournament in Houston, because it was always, one thing Herbie taught me was, you can play around Kansas City, you can make all tourneys, you can do things, but if you want to make a name for yourself, you go down to Houston, you start playing against all these Latin teams down there, and there'd be 40 teams in that tournament. Yeah. You go down there and make all tournament down in Houston.
Right.
Now you're talking about something. Yeah, now you're talking about something.
Playing against people that, you don't know.
No, of course. Right? Just want to compete against those guys. So to me, that Latin tournament, probably one of my favorite things. But my Newton tournament was always my favorite. Always my favorite tournament to go to.
Yeah.
Newton was great.
Did you? I don't know if you knew this or not, but actually, we had taken a trip up to visit my brother when he was in D.C. Last year, and there's a whole part of the Smithsonian or the
Smithsonian
dedicated to
Museum,
Kansas City. It
was
I don't want to call it the Mexican American.
I think it was.
It's the Mexican American. The Mexican American Softball League. So there's a bunch of stuff from all the teams.
Right. They had part of that stuff at the Guadalupe Center, didn't they, for a while?
Yeah.
And then that's what they did. But that's where they took it to, or is that?
It's there at the Smithsonian.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
And what's really cool about it is there's Chris Gonzalez's uniform.
Wow.
His Eagles, when he played for the Eagles, his uniform is there in a mannequin.
Man, that's pretty cool.
And what's really cool is behind all of the memorabilia that's there is a picture of Eagles Nest and my nephew Luke Ramirez, right. Lou Ramirez's son. There's a picture of him running the pads.
Wow.
Yeah. So it talks a little bit about our team, and
that's
really pretty cool. So for people, the millions of people that walk through there and they see that stuff, they say, oh yeah, there's stuff going on down in Kansas City, and that's Mexican American baseball, softball, and stuff.
Of course, very cool.
Really cool, yeah.
When did the Indios team? When did they start? When did they form?
What was it? 76.
76. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And the team's still going.
And it's still going.
That's cool.
Yeah. And what I think the other team that's still out there is the Locos.
Yep.
State Line Locos.
Yep.
And they've been around since then as well.
Right. Long time.
Yeah. Long time. And it's good, but it's sad that to see that softball just slowly
Of course.
Because come on, when we played every night.
Yeah. Well, we played Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, and then on the weekends.
Yeah. It was pretty. And then there was leagues on Friday nights. Yep. They're at Inland, Santa Fe.
Right.
Right off
so
55th.
Softball.
Yeah. But it was back then we'd go to tournaments and there'd be 22, 24 teams easily 24 teams in Newton. Well, you go. It's starting a little bit back, bigger in Newton, but there for a while they were down to 12, 14 teams.
I know.
It's just. I mean, not the same, and to me, not the same. I know for you, not the same. Just because you see so many teams from Kansas City, there'd be 6, 7, 8 teams from Kansas City go up there. You'd have teams from all over Texas that would come up and play in it. So, just kind of a dying sport to me. But
yeah,
I don't know. The Bravos are doing some pretty cool things though right now.
Yeah, Shout out to the Bravos. I think they took that tournament.
They won that tournament last weekend in Las Vegas.
Yeah, they were in Vegas. Yeah, so shout out to the KC Bravos for doing that, man. That's represent.
Yeah,
that's what they did.
Bubba Hernandez is over there. Robert Olvera, Vinny Gary, and stuff. And those guys, they're doing some cool things with the Bravos, man. They're doing some cool things, trying to revitalize what they had with them. So they're doing some big things with the Bravos, man. They played some good ball the last couple of years. I went to go help them coach a little bit in Newton last year. Bubba asked me to come out, so there was some good ball. There was a good team from Mexico there that won it all. So Bravos are doing some cool things, man. Shout out to those guys.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. If you could go back in the time, would there be anything you'd change? Whether it be,
as silly as it sounds.
Yeah.
You guys, for me, unfortunately, Jessica's got to listen to this every now and then. I always regretted leaving Rockers and transferring to Chamonix because I left a lot of really good players. Not that they needed me or not that their team didn't continue doing well, but I missed out on a lot of stuff.
Oh, really?
I missed out on some state titles that I could have been a part of, that I was playing, that I was, I kind of got misconstrued by some people that said, oh my gosh, if you don't go to Chamonix and play baseball, you can't play college baseball, which wasn't true. If I just would have stayed the path and stayed where I was. So I know sometimes Jessica and I will talk about it. And I know she laughs because she looks at me and goes, you're 53 years old. Let it go. Let it go. And I'm like, so if there's one regret, bro, one regret, it's transfer from Rockers and going to Chamonix. Just because I left a lot of good people behind, a lot of good ball players, and they won a couple more state championships when I left. So I kind of feel like I missed out on those.
Man, fair enough.
What years were those, Jude?
I graduated in 88, so I left there in 86 to 87, 88. I missed out on back-to-back football state championships, 2 basketball state championships. They had some players for Rockers back in the day. Kenny Rashid was on that team, went to Oklahoma, played 7 years in the NFL. Wow. Tim Ryan went to Notre Dame. That team, our junior year, that football team, we were ranked 7th in the country, USA Today.
Wow. Really?
That team was low. They probably sent about 10, 11 guys Division I. Wow. Offensive lineman, you had offensive lineman, 6'4", 6'5", 260, 270 back then. We had running backs, Merle Gardner doing a 4.3 40. So there were some special guys there playing. Yeah. But we were ranked 7th in the country, USA Today. Coach Severino that year, they went like 12-1, 13-1, and Severino won USA Coach of the Year that year.
Wow. Jeez.
While I was over at Sean Mission East getting ready for baseball season. I'm not bitter about it.
Yeah. That's
could have had me a couple rings.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
See?
Did they give rings back then too? Back then?
I don't know. Maybe just the plaques.
Yeah, I think just plaques.
Just a plaque. A plaque, a picture, put it in the.
Everybody gets state title rings now. Jessica's son got a state title ring for golf last spring. Miege won the golf state championship, so I saw his golf ring for a state championship. And I left 3 or 4 of those behind the Rockers.
I should have got a ring.
I know. I was gonna say. Yeah.
I didn't want one. I didn't really care for it.
Marcus, where'd you play at?
When I was at Shawnee Mission North, we had won state track in 2016.
Okay, very cool. You didn't get a ring?
I did. I mean, no. I don't know. I don't really know how it works for. Like, I don't know if it varies from school to school, but we had to pay for ours.
Right. I think everybody.
Yeah, I think everybody.
Does. Yeah,
okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was like $300.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get it.
Hell,
I get it.
The only ring I got out of high school was my class ring.
You barely graduated.
And that was like $340.
Holy crap.
It took me 4 years to pay it off.
Oh my God, dude.
My freshman year, I ordered it and I saw it like every other semester, and I'm like, I'm gonna okay. Here's $10.
Making small chipping at it, just chipping away slowly.
Finally paid it off, and I got to wear it at graduation, and I still wear it.
You still wear that at all the graduations?
That's cool. I mean,
cool. Reunion parties.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, we're actually getting ready to celebrate our 50th year of J.C. Harmon High School.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 years of existence. So,
what year did you graduate there?
I was 89.
89. Okay, yes, you were a year behind. I was 88.
So we've been plugging that left and right, trying to get people to buy. We're doing a big celebration. We have people coming in.
That's cool.
Yeah, man. But I'm still trying to find Mark Haynes. Remember that name?
I do remember that name.
Yeah, he was the D-back. He graduated from Harmon. He played for the Broncos. He
was the Raiders for a little bit too, wasn't he?
No, it was the Giants.
Okay.
The Giants and he has Super Bowl rings with the Giants and
okay. Can't track him down?
No, I'm not trying, but I mean, somebody's got to track him down. But it'd be awesome. It'd be awesome to bring him in. So with the Broncos,
from when they won, like in 2011?
No. We're talking 80s.
Oh, okay.
Early 80s. Yeah.
I don't know if you meant he was like still playing for a while. Then.
No.
Okay, so way back then.
Way back in the day.
I remember going to Harmon for remember Big George Guerra?
Yeah.
They retired his jersey there. He was a little basketball player there.
Yeah.
At Harmon.
Speaking of which, since we're on like the pro athletes, I think everybody's kind of curious because it seems like we just skipped over it.
No, we're getting there.
Well, I'm just saying. I would like to ask.
Yeah, well, actually, let me say. So, as far as KU Jude, so I introduced you at the beginning. So I think it was the coolest thing back in the day because I used to. Was it 810?
810 radio.
810 radio, and who was Keatsman or
Keats was the guy with the so Jayhawk Jude was my tag name.
Jayhawk Jude.
Jayhawk Jude is my tag name.
Okay. So it wasn't KU Jude, it was Jayhawk.
Jayhawk Jude.
My bad. I am sorry.
No, right.
I really thought it was KU Jude. So it's Jayhawk Jude. And I'd be listening, whether it be on my way or just sitting there at work listening, and everybody knows your voice,
Right.
And Jude would come on and I'd be like, oh shit, Jude's on the radio, so yeah.
My dude, Jude.
I used to love to call in and get into it with Keatsman because he's a K-State guy. he always liked to give it to KU, so I always had to call and get my take in.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of fun with that.
Yeah, that was cool back in the day. So after high school, you went to
college, played baseball at Johnson County Community College.
Okay.
So I spent some time there and hurt my shoulder after my sophomore year.
Pitching.
Van Johnson pitching. Tore my shoulder up and was kind of done doing that. Dang. And then really just, from then started playing more fast pitch and stuff and just working.
Yeah.
Just getting in the business world from there.
Okay. Yeah, so that was, you only went to Johnson County?
Only went to Johnson County, yep. Only went to Johnson County. Went there 2 years. Like I said, played baseball. Okay. I was getting ready to sign with Northern Iowa and then hurt my shoulder that summer. And
damn.
So I started.
Did you tear something?
Tore my rotator cuff. Yep. So I was done. I mean, I knew when it tore. I knew it was it. It was done. Yeah. I was throwing over at remember Mackinfield, North Kansas City.
Okay.
Mackin Park.
Yeah.
So I was throwing over there and Van Johnson game and threw. I knew when I came off when it popped. I was like, that's it. I'm done.
That and we're going back to Newton. So I had a slight tear in my shoulder for the longest time, and I knew it, but I just didn't want to get it fixed. I just kept playing ball, and I was at the point where I was playing first, where I didn't have to throw much, so I was playing first, and it was something happened where it was guy hits one down the third, ball was kind of thrown over, and I reached over, missed the ball, but we collided. The runner collided. I landed right on my shoulder, popped it. That was so loud that I felt it. I heard it.
Right.
That's when I tore my rotator cuff, and I thought I broke my collarbone.
Right.
I'm sure that's probably what you felt the same.
Yep.
And I felt like my shoulder just came off. Just literally my arm was just hanging off.
Yeah.
Man,
it's a terrible
I was done. Yeah, I was done. That was on a Saturday morning and done for the weekend. And yeah, sure enough, it was the rotator cuff, and it's never been the same since.
No.
Same with you, right? It's just
I talked to some older guys that had surgery, and they said unless you're planning on, unless you're throwing the ball 97, 98 miles an hour, and you're planning on coming back and rehab and all that, they said the surgery wasn't worth it. The guys I talked to, because they said they were still, even after they had the surgery and they weren't going to play anymore, they still had the arthritis and they still had a lot of pain and stuff in their shoulders. So they were like, it's not a guarantee that's going to fix it and you're going to feel better. So I thought, why would I let them cut on my shoulder? It's not going to feel, 100% better.
Yeah, it's just horrible. It's horrible. It's a horrible pain. So what is Jayhawk Jude doing nowadays, man? I know you're a busy guy. What do you got going on?
Yeah, so that's for me, buddy. That's probably the funnest part for me. Back in 2004, I had some money into a UPS store, and I had some athletes coming through. Always had a phone glued to their head, running 100 miles an hour. So I asked the guy one time. I said, "Who's doing? Takes care of your errands, handles all your personal assistant stuff?" And he said, "Man, there's nobody in Kansas City that would do that." So at the time, we were on the plaza. He lived in Soulgrave. And I said, "Why don't you bring me what you can't get done this week? I'll take care of it." So I did about 10 of his errands for him.
And who was this?
Chris Wilson.
Chris Wilson.
He was a tight end out of the University of Pittsburgh, 3rd-round draft pick for the Chiefs.
Okay.
So Chris lived in Soulgrave. Chris brought some stuff in. I took care of some stuff for him. And then before I knew it, 7-8 weeks into the season, I had about 7, 8, 9 players coming to that UPS door that I did work for back in the day. So I did work for Eddie Kennison, Dante Hall.
Okay.
And the cool thing for me, Mario, is still having relationships with those guys.
Really? Because
to me, that kind of just shows you did things these last 20 years, you did them the right way.
Yeah.
Because I still have relationships with a lot of these guys, and it's kind of fun for me to introduce Jessica to guys I worked for back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. So this company, it's called Primetime Assistants. So I do personal assistant work, lifestyle management company for professional athletes. Okay. So I work with NFL players, NBA players. Now we call it more athlete logistics. So they have their agent, they've got their financial advisor, and then I take care of athlete logistics off the field for them. So it's an interesting job.
Really, what NBA players do you
Brandon Rush. These are guys that have played previously, come out of Kansas. Did some work for the Morris Twins. Brandon Rush did some work for Alec Burks. His family in town. Alec's still in the league. Burks a great family. So Brandon was probably my biggest kid that I spent the most time around. With him in the league, but predominantly NFL guys because I had a little bit of contacts inside the Chiefs organization. So that's kind of where I started with those guys, and right now I would say that's 95% of my business is my NFL guys. So,
So it's nothing with the Chiefs organization. It's your business.
My company, Primetime Assistants. The good thing is,
Primetime Assistants.
I've been through multiple regimes. The GMs and head coaches and that kind of stuff. And I would say the group of people that's there now is they probably understand it the most. Because like I said, I don't work for the organization; I work for the players. Yeah. But these guys know that they've got someone that's born and raised in Kansas City that can work with some of their younger athletes and off the field on just where to find places to live, furnish their apartment, furnish their condo, electronics, anything you can think of across the board that they would need off the field. Mm-hmm. And like I tell them, my job is to let you concentrate on everything you do between the lines and let me take care of all the logistics off the field. Family members come in town, we set up black car service, set up hotels, dinner arrangements. We have chefs we work with. So it's a lot of fun. It's a business that's grown. Mm-hmm. So we're getting ready to kind of revamp and do a whole new website right now. My fiance, Jessica, is getting ready to come on board and be a part of it. So we're excited about that. But you guys tell, I have a lot of passion for this job. If I could sit and write a book without getting in trouble and tell all the people I've worked with.
Your tell-all? Yeah.
Not necessarily a tell-all, but you know what I'm saying? I haven't been one of those guys that's been like, hey, you look at me, I work with this guy, or hey, look at me, I work with this guy.
Yeah.
But as it's grown like now, I've got players now that are like, why aren't you doing a bigger website? Why aren't you doing social media stuff and doing stuff to show people what you really do? So that's kind of getting ready to come out right now. We're getting ready to do a new website. Okay. And with those, you'll see a lot of our players that we work with doing testimonials on there. So that means a lot to me that when I went to them and said, hey, can you guys do a testimonial, put your picture on the website? Every one of them said yes, sent emails back, text messages and stuff. So we're excited to launch our new site.
Okay. And who are your partners? I know your wife is, or your fiance is getting ready to come on.
My fiance, she's my only partner in this. Okay. This has been my thing. Yeah, my thing from the get-go. Primetime Assistants. We veered off in 2016 to do primetime transportation. So we have a black car service. Okay. It does a lot of the black car stuff for the guys. A lot of airport stuff, and if they have a night on the town, we take them out and keep them from getting behind the wheel. So it's nice to be able to help and take care of that and give them an option to go out and enjoy themselves and not be drinking and driving.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. Yeah, good for you.
Yeah,
good luck with that as well.
Thank you, man. We appreciate it.
That's cool.
Yeah, have a lot of fun with it.
You have any good stories with these guys? And
a lot of great stories, man. Derek Johnson. So I worked with Derek for 13 years. Yeah.
Go DJ. Yeah. That's my DJ. Yeah.
So I was with Derek for 13 years in the league. So watching what he does off the field, he has a foundation called Defend the Dream Foundation that we've helped, do a lot of work with him with. His mom is a principal. His mom's a teacher. His sister's a principal down in Waco, Texas. Okay. And so his mom instilled in him all the education, what he needed to do. His mom, more so than the coaches, would make him make his grades before he could play football. So what he's done with Defend the Dream Foundation is build libraries in inner city schools that don't have the books, don't have the means to have a library. Yeah. He goes and has a library built. He goes and donates all the books, pays for all the books and stuff to go in those libraries. And then he'll go once a week and read at the different libraries they got around the city. Yeah. So working with DJ the last 13 years that he played was awesome. Being Jamal Charles' assistant for 9 years was great. When we got engaged on October 10th on that Monday night game, DJ and Jamal flew back with their wives to be there and be on the sideline.
Really?
Engaged. Yeah.
Nice.
So that means a lot to you.
Oh yeah. Is he still in the league?
No. Derek's out.
No. Charles.
Jamal. No. They're both out of the league. They've been out of the league for a while.
Oh really?
Yeah, they've been out of the league for a while. Both of them still live down in Austin, Texas.
Okay.
Down in Texas.
Who's the running back in Cleveland? Chubbs and
Kareem Hunt.
Hunt, that's right.
He's a free agent right now too.
Is he really?
Yes, he is.
What do you think?
I don't think they'll bring him back.
No.
I mean, I think there's just too much history here that they wouldn't.
Yeah.
I think they've moved forward and they've made some of the right decisions. Kareem's he's a great kid. Made some bad choices off the field, and you learn from him. You're a young kid, and you learn from him, and you move on, and hopefully he's grown from all that because he's great talent on the field.
Yeah. What about Dante Hall?
Dante Hall's doing good, man. He's doing good. I talk to him every now and then. He's from Houston, Texas, so he spends a lot of time.
The
down
X
there.
Factor, right?
The X Factor, yeah.
That's what he went by.
He's big in their ambassadors, the Chiefs ambassadors. So he comes back for a lot of events, golf tournaments and stuff.
Yeah. Then he hit the drum here this
Yeah,
past.
he hit drum this past season. Yeah,
I thought so.
he
Yeah, I
did.
remember seeing that.
Yeah, Dante's back.
So were you part of it too, of meeting Patrick when he first came into the league as well, or did he already have his own?
So I have a great story about Patrick Mahomes.
Please.
I have a great story about Patrick. So for the NFL draft, we would be assigned. Each team gets 30 draft picks potential draft picks that they can bring to Kansas City. So the year that they were going to bring these guys in, the year that Patrick got drafted, there were 7 quarterbacks that came in that year. So we were told that, you guys can't have any, signs up or anything. We don't want people knowing who we're bringing in type of deal. And you sign a confidentiality agreement on who they're bringing in. And our driver, Patrick's his flight had got canceled numerous times because of the weather. So when he got into town, it was late. One of the last guys to come in that day, and my driver held the sign up. So when he held the sign up, some kid snapped a photo.
No.
It goes on Twitter. I get a phone call from the team, like, what is your driver doing? Like, this is on Twitter right now. It was kind of a big deal. It's a funny story now, but could have turned out to be not so funny of a story.
Right.
But we were the first ones to pick him up, and then I was honored when they drafted him, pick him and his family up and take him to their first press conference at the stadium. So he's got his own team. He's got a great team of people around him now. But great guy to work with. I mean, he's still the same dude that I met when he came in Kansas City. Every time I see him, it's a handshake and a hug. Just a great kid, man. Great kid, great head on his shoulders, good group of people around him.
Yeah. And you say as well, Travis Kelce.
Travis
is it Kelce?
It is Kelce, but he's going by Kelce. Going by Kelce. I was Travis's assistant his first 5 years in the league.
Okay.
So that was a lot of fun meeting him when he came in. When he came in town, I was working for Dexter McCluster. So Dexter introduced me to Niall. Remember Niall Davis, running back out of Arkansas? Niall and Travis used to run around a lot together because they both got drafted that year. So Dexter introduced me to him, and I signed Travis and worked with him his first 5 years in the league. Another great guy, man. To see the success these guys are having now.
So you were there on set for dating Travis?
Yes, I was around during that time.
Hey,
it
was
catching Kelce.
Catching Kelce. Yeah. Oh my
Catching
God.
Kelce.
That's hilarious.
So do you guys?
A lot of people don't even know about that. For one,
No.
because that was when before everything popped off for the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you guys listen to the New Heights podcast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So did you they were talking, and Jason was talking about different stuff Travis had done, and he was like, Travis, why don't you tell us about the catching Kelce? And his face just gets bright red. He's like, probably one of the worst decisions I ever made.
Yeah.
After he did it, went through it, he was just like, and he goes back and looks at it, he's like,
I know, right?
what was I doing, man? What was I doing?
Had the feathered hair going, and and his SNL bit was pretty funny when he was on Saturday Night Live.
It was
you
good.
watch it?
I said they should have done a parody of that. That would have been freaking hilarious if they brought it back for the SNL skit.
The catching Kelce, that would have been a great skit.
Yeah, I know. Damn, they missed such a great opportunity.
That would have been a great one. Did you guys see today? I was on the current news today. They showed the Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. Mama Kelce went into the Football Hall of Fame today. The first mom ever to be voted into the
Really?
NFL.
What does she have there?
She's got her shoes that she wore that Super Bowl Sunday. One was a Chiefs shoe. One was an Eagles shoe.
Oh, I didn't even know she did that.
Yeah. And then the hat
I knew
jersey.
I knew the jersey, but I didn't know the shoes.
So Travis and Jason signed the shoes. They signed the jersey. Travis signed on the Chiefs side. Jason signed on that. And they put her jersey up, a picture of the three of them, and her shoes that she wore that Super Bowl Sunday. But she went in the Hall of Fame today in Canton.
Wow.
Today.
Yeah, today.
That's awesome.
Came out today's news.
Dang, I didn't even hear about that. That's pretty cool.
Are we going to start inducting other moms now?
I don't know.
What? I mean, I think she just started something.
There's a lot of moms out there.
I mean,
who
hell,
have
she
multiple boys
she
in
almost,
the NFL.
I actually thought she was going to do the coin flip. I know they tried, and I was like, man, how cool would that be?
Yeah, they tried to. They tried to.
Down the road,
what was the joke?
The Diggs moms.
Yeah. Hopefully that'd be cool too. What was the joke that they said, or I think it was Travis said that Mama Kelsey got more TV time than her boys did.
Yeah,
you know?
more TV time, and she killed it too, you guys. I mean, every show she was on, Good Morning America, all the shows. Yeah, she was so calm and she was so down to earth about everything and took everything in stride. So, Mama Kels, I remember back in the days when she'd come in and she'd cook for Travis for Thanksgiving dinner, and I'd get that text message on Tuesday that said, "This is what I need in the house when I get there to make Travis's Thanksgiving." She'd fly in and she'd do his Thanksgiving.
Nice,
wow,
that's cool. You know all these pro athletes, football players, and you have their information, their private information, and it's good that they trust you, and it's all good. So, I have been trying to get an ex-NFL player to come in and talk with us, and I'm still trying. And his name is Trent Green, and so I know Trent. I'm trying to get you here. So long story short, I saw him in Chicago. I met him in Chicago last year, around this time last year. Our daughters play volleyball in club, and so we happened to walk right by each other. I kind of stopped. I said, "Oh shit, hey, excuse me, sir." Introduced myself. Cool guy. Talked. I introduced him to my wife, and then his wife come over. 4 of us is standing there just talking volleyball. Right. I'm not going to talk football. We're going to talk, what's going on now. And then, met him there. Then back in town, saw him again. I said, "Hey, I got a podcast. You think you'd come in and talk?" And he's like, "Yeah, sure. You got a business card?" No
business card.
I don't have a business card. He's like, "Well, we'll figure something out." Damn it.
Right.
So he inspired me to go get these business cards done. So I had like 500 of them done.
There you go. I like that.
Next time I saw him again, I said, "Hey, how you doing, Trent? Hey, podcast." I like, "Yeah, you remember it? Yeah. What are we going to do? We going to come on?" He goes, "Yeah." Boom. Handed him a business card. He's like, I said, "You inspired me to get these business cards, man." I said,
that.
"My information is there. There's email. Got my email address there, Just send me an email. We'll set you up, and well, and at the time he was like, "Well, I'm still kind of doing the Super Bowl stuff." And I'm like, "So after the Super Bowl, let's get together."
There you go.
Yeah, I'm still waiting. Still waiting. And I see him, and I'm like, not going to bother him, but I'm like, I'd love to get him on here,
Well,
so
we'll see if we can't.
We'll
see if we can't reach out and maybe help with that.
Yeah. That's what I was waiting. That's what I was waiting for. I appreciate it.
Trying to bait here. Let me, I'm not because I don't.
Yeah.
I'm not dialed into every single guy.
Yeah.
I've been fortunate and blessed to work with a lot of great guys.
Yeah, that's good for you, man. That's awesome. That's awesome that you'll be able to do this. Yeah, so I'm trying to get him in there, and he said he would. He said and I said when you got the time and you let me know when you want to come in. If you want to come in on a Tuesday morning, bam, we got the studio.
Right, of course.
My son's here. We could get it done.
Trent's one of those good guys. If he told you he'll come on, he'll come on. It's just a matter of you guys linking up together. Mm-hmm. But Trent's one of those guys. If he wasn't going to do something, he would have just said, "Yeah, I'm not going to do it." I knowing him.
Yeah, and then for him to be able to remember me, say, "Oh yeah, he's a podcast guy." Yeah, hey, that's me.
That's a cool story though. You had the business cards done and said, "Hey, man, he inspired me to do these."
He even got a kick out of it. He's like, just kind of laughed. I'm like, "Yeah, you're the inspiration for these business cards, man." So.
Hey, look, see now, I'm going to have to grab some of those business cards before I leave.
If you can.
Next time I see Trent, say, "Hey, man, I'm thinking of my guy's cast, man."
Do you know the trainers and stuff like that work for the organization?
Yeah, I mean, I built some relationships with these guys because we do the transportation business.
Yeah.
So we get a lot, sometimes we get the coaches, sometimes we get the trainers and stuff to do, use our black car, our black car.
Do you know TJ
Hackler?
TJ Hackler?
I know who he is, but I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not
Okay. Yeah. So TJ, and I would like to get TJ in here as well. I know he went to KU and he's a chiropractor,
right? And
he works for the Chiefs, and I think up at KU maybe as well.
Yeah, right? He does.
But I'd like to get him in here. We we see each other on Facebook, and his daughter's an athlete. He's got a phenomenal soccer player there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really awesome, the stuff that he puts up. But yeah. TJ?
I used to go.
Oh shit, that's right. That's where I was going. So, before this guy's football games, high school, this guy had freaking massive legs.
He looks like a big kid, man.
Yeah, I mean, his legs are freaking huge. Right. It didn't match. Bigger legs, little waist.
It's very disproportionate in high school.
Very, yeah.
No, but I have very just tight muscles in my legs, so I'd have to go there and just get like a good adjustment and stretch before I played that like Friday night.
Of course,
because I mean, his hammies were tight, and so we would take him to I'd make appointments with TJ, and I'd take him in there, and TJ would stretch him out, loosen him up before games.
Of course.
So yeah, it was cool. That's how I met TJ. Okay. So yeah, he used to help us with Marcos. I think your sister. I think I had to take your sister there once.
I don't know.
I don't know. I could be lying. Yeah. So good luck with the business, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys, inviting me to come in tonight and kind of talk a little bit and catch up and go over some memories. But thank you, man. The business it's exciting, for us, and we're excited to grow it. And
and seriously, if there's anything we can do for you, to put it out there, and just like we're doing now, please, the camera's yours right here if you want to talk to the camera. And
appreciate it, man. Well, listen, we'll look forward to doing some stuff with our, primetime assistant stuff, and then hopefully be able to put a podcast together.
Yeah.
And we'd be able to come in here and work in your guys' studios and do some stuff. We'd love to be able to do that. And at that time, man,
bring those athletes through here.
Listen, we're we've talked to our guys.
And then we'll talk to them and convince them to start their own podcast.
Listen. That's how it all starts, right?
Yeah.
You just kind of connect the dots.
Got to start somewhere.
Yeah, connect the dots.
Yeah. So before we end, I need to ask you, why the Yankees?
The Yankees.
What? Are you a Yankees fan?
I do root for the Yankees. But
I mean, like you diehard?
Not a diehard Yankees fan.
Oh, okay. See, I thought you were, because I know I've seen your Yankee gear, and I'd be like.
I was a Royals fan.
Okay.
I was a Royals fan.
Okay.
But when I was younger, they used to break our hearts all the time, right? They break our hearts all the time. Yeah. So when I was younger, my brother Bob, still rest in peace, took me to New York, to the Bronx, to see the pinstripes and see what all the, all the mystique was about.
What the hoopla was about,
what all the mystique was about. So I'd like to go back there and see, the stadium and everything. But to go back there and visit and see all the stuff, the subway, take the subway to the game, do all that, be there in New York it's something, especially if you're a baseball junkie. I mean, you gotta go there and see a game and see it. So I do. I root for the Yankees. The Royals are my team. I stay on my Royals, but I do. I root for the Yankees. I like watching them now. I love watching Aaron Judge play. The guy's just he's a freak, man.
Right?
The guy's a freak. We sat I went a couple years ago and sat in right field just to watch him warm up. And to see that guy, I'm like,
damn, I used to do that with Boosty.
No, I didn't look like that. That guy looked like a linebacker out there. This dude the way he threw the ball, and to watch him last year in the playoffs, go up and over the fence and get take a home run ball away and then see the guy throw the ball to the infield, like just come off the wall and make that turn and throw. And
what is he?
The second baseman, yeah.
What is he? 6'8", right?
Yeah, 6'8", man. He took a ball back when he came off.
That's
he landed
LeBron James
on the warning track and just turn and and throw the second on a dime. And I thought that's a different dude there.
Yeah, it's a different species.
Yeah, fun to watch. So
yeah. But those years with the Royals back, 14, 15.
Yeah, it's been
awesome. And it's funny because I still, the memories on Facebook will pop up, and just right before this season started, I had to go back and watch that playoff run in 15.
Awesome.
It's Houston, and
awesome.
It's just
awesome.
The Blue Jays, and
because you remember that Astros game, Astros they had us beat.
Yeah.
Remember when Correa and those guys hit back-to-back homers? They thought it was over, man.
Right. Yeah.
Astros thought it was over. They thought that series was over.
I thought it was over. We all did.
thought it was over. Yeah.
Oh my
God. Sure. A lot of fun to watch those guys during that time.
Yeah.
Great guys to watch.
But the Astros, man, they're still good. From then, from 15 to now.
Of course. But when we won it in 15, you knew those guys right behind. You knew Altuve, Correa,
right? And they were the young bucks.
Guys. Oh, they were all young then. You knew that they were next in line to start doing that.
Yeah, and they're doing their thing over there. But
what do you think about the Astros? Cheaters? Cheaters? No cheaters.
Yeah, they're cheaters.
See, they're cheaters, bro. They're cheaters, bro. Yeah. Claudio, if you and I were playing against them, we might have had something to say to Altuve.
I know, no shit, right? Yeah, cheaters.
Hey, Marcus, one thing you probably don't know, though, a nice history, we both share the same number. We always wore 24.
That's true.
You?
24, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
True. Yeah, I forgot about that.
24.
You're right.
Did not know that.
And we never traded jerseys.
No, we never. That jersey trade back then.
That's funny.
You need those for the next game, dog. You can't trade those.
Hey, we didn't have enough money to trade jerseys.
Right?
I know, right? Yeah. So before we end, I got this segment I call it the RQ segment, where there's just random questions.
Sure.
It's random. But what's random about this is give me 5 numbers from 1 through 50.
Okay.
Go ahead.
24.
Well, what do you got? 24.
12.
12, half of 24.
6.
8. Third of 20. Fourth of 24.
18.
Okay.
33.
And what was that?
33.
And then
33?
good old Patrick Ewing.
Yep. That's my boy, Patrick. All right. Now I'm going to pick these questions out of there. So number 24, what is your song?
My song. My go-to song. Man, that kind of puts me on the spot right there, man. My go-to song, man.
It's got to be one that Jessica likes, I'm sure, right?
I know. You know, I'm trying to think one of our go-to songs, man.
Or even
I'm old school, though, bro.
Yeah,
I'm old
which is
school,
good,
man.
you know.
I'm old school. Barry White was my guy, man.
Barry
White was my guy. Yeah, Barry White was my guy.
Is there a song?
And I'm trying to think my song. What's my song I have on our list, babe? My Barry White song. Because I can't get enough. Can't get enough. It's Michael Jackson in it.
Can't get enough of your love.
Can't get enough of your love. There you go. That's my Barry White song. That's my song right there.
Yeah,
Our song.
Number 12, what is your most valuable possession? There you go.
Right
Good
there.
answer there.
Right there. She does a lot. That's my backbone over there, man.
There you go.
Gotta
Nice.
have her.
Number 6, do you currently live in the same place where you were born?
No. Nope.
It was 2 doors down.
2 doors down, though. Until last July, it's 2 doors down, same street, man.
Okay, number 18, are you named after anyone?
Yeah, St. Jude.
St. Jude.
St. Jude.
Yeah.
My mom and dad were always big believers in St. Jude and stuff. So when I was little, we used to always go to the shrine in Chicago.
Okay.
That was a drive we'd take in the summers to St. Jude, the shrine.
And how many times have you heard the song "Hey Jude"? I mean,
I wish I could have just got a nickel for every time.
Right, I'm sure everybody's. I'm sure back when you were little, somebody would see you. Hey Jude,
Hey Jude all the time. You know, the coolest thing about the Hey Jude song.
Yeah.
Paul McCartney was here at T-Mobile Center, and he was doing all this stuff, and he came out on the piano and did Hey Jude and had the arena. He'd have one half going, hey, Jude. So I'm texting people, and friends of mine I know that are there.
Yeah.
I said, man, you see Paul McCartney singing to me, don't you guys? And they're like, you're stupid, man. I said, look, you see, he's got the whole arena singing to me.
That's funny. And the last one, your 5th one, if you had to spend the rest of your life as a TV character, who would it be?
As a TV character.
That can be.
Man, it's tough, man. As a TV character.
Do you have a favorite TV show?
I really don't. I really don't have a go-to favorite TV show. Who would I think I would be as a TV character? I don't know, Mike. I don't know. I don't have an answer for that one. Yeah.
That's
I
all
don't have
good.
an answer for that one.
Yeah. Yep. So that's all right. We can end it that way. End it on a good note. Yeah. Well, Jude, appreciate you coming in.
Thank you guys, man.
This was awesome.
Thank you guys
I hope
so
you had
much.
a good time sitting here with us.
Had a great time, man. Had a great time. Hope I can help and be a part, more often and do some stuff with our athletes and maybe get them on your podcast and
That'd be pretty awesome.
maybe start a podcast ourselves and work with you
awesome
guys.
too.
So,
Yeah, you can set something up with my nephew and Marcos here and set up an appointment, come in and talk a little bit, and if you want to bring a partner. My question is, how are you going to have time to do that? You already sound like a busy guy, man.
it's something we wanted to do for a long time, man. Something we wanted to do. And I think just in talking to our athletes and stuff, I think we'd have fun doing it. And we'd be able to bring, some of our guys and stuff on there. So we have a good list of guys. So we're looking forward to getting off and hopefully learning some lessons from you guys. You guys do a great job with this.
Thank you. I
podcast,
appreciate
so,
that. Yeah. I mean, this is just something that, like I told you earlier, it's something that I wanted to do, and they gave me the opportunity, and
it's really cool.
Thank you to the NSPN Studios, No Solutions Production Network. These guys do good. And then we have other podcasts that we shoot out of here, and those are fun. those are they're having a good time doing their podcast here too.
It looks like they are. So thank you guys, man. Thank you guys for what you're doing.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, that was good, son.
Yeah.
Chris, you good?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for chiming in.
Yeah, just a quick reminder again. If just another reminder that again, the merchandise, the white hats, the new hats, we changed our hat, different merch. If you're interested, leave comments. If you're wanting anything, let us know, and we'll hopefully get a store going soon.
Yep, these sides, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. All right,
I'll give them. Yeah. Oh shit. Hold on. Can I put my mustache back on? Yeah, people don't forget to go watch this movie. It's pretty good. Oh, that's not the bucket. Super Mario Brothers. Because there was a bucket at home.
I know.
I forgot it. Yeah. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening to the Big Podcast. Until then, adios.